Welcome back to the Coins channel, the place where every coin has a story, every penny has a secret, and every collector finds a treasure. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating mysteries in American coinage history, a coin that looks so simple yet hides a value so big that most people cannot even imagine. We are talking about the rare 1970 Lincoln penny, a coin that can turn a small piece of copper into a huge amount of money if you know what to look for. This is the type of coin that sits quietly in your drawer, in an old jar, or in a forgotten piggy bank, waiting for someone like you to discover its real worth. So let's begin the journey into the world of the 1970 Lincoln penny, a coin that has surprised even expert collectors with its unbelievable market value. The history of the Lincoln penny goes all the way back to 1909, when it was first released to honor President Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, millions and millions of pennies were produced, but not all pennies were created equal. Some came out with rare minting errors, some with doubled dies, and some with special characteristics that eventually turned them into treasures worth thousands of dollars. The 1970 Lincoln penny is one of those rare examples where a tiny difference in design, minting quality, or striking condition can multiply the value again and again, making it worth much more than its original face value. Collectors across the world keep searching for the 1970 penny because the market for rare pennies is hotter than ever. Auction houses, coin grading companies, and online marketplaces are full of surprising sales where common-looking pennies sell for massive amounts. And when we talk about massive amounts, we're not talking about small numbers. Some rare pennies have already crossed huge figures like $787.9769 in current market evaluations, depending on their grade, rarity, and demand. That means a penny that cost just 1 cent decades ago can now be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more. The 1970 penny is especially exciting because it comes from the Denver Mint, known for high production numbers but also for some interesting anomalies. While most pennies from that year look completely normal, a small percentage have unique qualities that can completely change their value. Some may have exceptionally sharp details, some may have rare die variations, and some may appear in a condition so perfect that collectors will pay an enormous price just to add it to their collection. The current market demand for rare Lincoln pennies continues to climb, and the 1970 penny has become one of the most sought-after pieces. Prices rise even higher when a coin is discovered in untouched, original condition. Coins with shiny luster, strong strikes, perfect surfaces, and no scratches can explode in value within seconds at auctions. The hunger for rare American coins is growing worldwide, and this drives the price of rare pennies even higher every year. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket that you think is ordinary, but under a magnifying glass it reveals something special. Maybe the lettering looks slightly different. Maybe the date seems doubled. Maybe the mint mark is misplaced. Maybe the coin has a richer color because of a special copper composition. Even the smallest thing can make the 1970 penny worth a fortune. That's why professional collectors, experts, and even beginners continue to look closely at every penny they come across. The story of the 1970 penny becomes even more exciting when you learn how many people have accidentally found valuable coins without even trying. Some discovered them in old piggy banks. Some found them in their grandparents' coin jars. Some got them back as change from a shop. The idea that a rare coin worth hundreds or thousands of dollars can be hiding in everyday circulation is what keeps collectors motivated. Every penny has potential, and the 1970 penny is one of the best examples of hidden treasure waiting to be uncovered. In today's current coin market, the value of this rare penny depends on several factors like condition, rarity, demand, grading quality, and special features. A regular circulated 1970 penny might be worth a small amount, but a rare variation or a high-grade example can suddenly reach extraordinary levels. And the market keeps evolving. Every few months, new record-breaking sales happen. New discoveries appear. New collectors join the hobby. Each of these elements pushes the value of rare pennies even further. The exciting thing about collecting pennies like the 1970 penny is that anyone can participate. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't need professional equipment. All you need is curiosity, attention to detail, and patience. One small discovery can change everything. And that is exactly why this coin continues to fascinate experts and beginners alike. It represents the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of discovery, and the possibility that even the smallest coin can carry a huge story and an even bigger value. The 1970 penny will continue to be one of the most talked about coins in the coin collecting world. Its history, its rarity, its mysterious features, and its rising market value make it a spotlight coin for collectors everywhere. The possibility that a penny worth just 1 cent can now be valued near 700, 800, or even more depending on demand and condition makes it a true treasure of American currency. So keep checking your change, keep searching your drawers, and keep watching coins for more rare discoveries. Because the next valuable penny might be the one sitting right in your pocket at this very moment. And you never know, your ordinary-looking 1970 Lincoln penny might just turn out to be the next big treasure worth a surprising amount of money. Today we dive deep into the mysterious and unbelievable world of the rare Lincoln penny from 1970, a coin that looks simple, quiet, and ordinary at first glance but hides inside it a story of rarity, history, and unbelievable market value that shocks collectors even today. Most people walk past old pennies without giving them a second look, but true coin hunters know that the smallest coin in your pocket can sometimes be worth more than your entire wallet. And the 1970 Lincoln penny is the perfect example of this unbelievable reality. The journey of this coin begins in an era where the minting world was going through massive changes, adjustments, and improvements. The United States Mint was working on perfecting design, clarity, and production speed. The Denver Mint, known for minting billions of pennies over the years, released the 1970 Lincoln penny, thinking that it was just another coin to fill circulation. But little did they know that this coin would eventually become one of the most searched coins in the world, because tiny details, minting variations, and rare errors created small groups of coins that collectors hunt for like treasure. Some of these coins slipped through production with mistakes that today make them unbelievably valuable. When we talk about the current market of rare Lincoln pennies, the 1970 stands out because serious collectors are always ready to pay big money for high-grade, clean, well-preserved examples. Some extremely rare variations have been auctioned for shocking prices, even crossing into many thousands of dollars depending on grade, error, strike quality, and rarity. And the most surprising part is that some people found these coins in old jars, boxes, and even in loose pocket change, proving that treasure can hide anywhere if your eyes know what to look for. Collectors today are focusing heavily on details like doubling, misstrikes, center strikes, repunched mint marks, and unique characteristics created during the minting process. The 1970 penny is particularly famous for its rare double die versions and strong detail variations. When these details remain crisp, clean, and preserved, the value jumps to unbelievable levels. Some high-grade coins have sold for eye-opening amounts like $787,976 and even more depending on rarity. This market interest keeps increasing because collectors know that once a rare coin disappears into a private collection, it might not resurface for decades. What makes this coin even more fascinating is its history. Imagine a small copper coin that traveled through the hands of thousands of people, lived in pockets, drawers, and shops, and yet holds the power to change someone's financial life instantly. It carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the president whose portrait has remained on the American penny for more than a century. The simple portrait, the timeless design, the historical roots, and the minting secrets blend together to make this coin a superstar in the world of numismatics. As coin collectors expanded their interest in rare American coins, the fame of the 1970 Lincoln penny rose even higher. Auction houses, collectors, dealers, and treasure hunters started reporting shocking sales, stunning discoveries, and record-breaking prices. Every new find created buzz and curiosity. People realized that a coin worth 1 cent was now worth more than luxury cars, more than gold bars, and more than some houses. The charm of this coin lies not just in its rarity but in its story, the mystery of how many rare examples still exist, and the excitement of finding one unexpectedly. The modern market has turned this coin into a superstar. If the coin is uncirculated, the shine untouched, the details sharp, and the errors strong, collectors may pay life-changing amounts. Even circulated examples can be worth far more than face value. The thrill of searching for this penny has inspired thousands of people to check their boxes, jars, piggy banks and old collections. And every once in a while, someone finds a treasure that turns their ordinary day into a lucky moment they never forget. This coin teaches an important lesson. Never ignore small things, never underestimate simple objects, and always keep your eyes open for hidden value. The world of coins is full of surprises, and the 1970 Lincoln penny stands proudly as one of the most surprising coins ever minted. Its current market value depends on grade, rarity and error type, but one thing is certain: the coin remains one of the most exciting and valuable pieces in American coin history. So whether you're a collector, a beginner, or just someone curious about hidden treasures, always keep your eyes open. That one penny in your drawer might be worth a fortune, and this is why the 1970 Lincoln penny continues to capture hearts, spark curiosity, and deliver shocking discoveries. Every collector dreams of finding one. Every treasure hunter hopes their search will end with this tiny piece of copper. And every person watching this video right now has a chance to be the next lucky finder. Keep collecting, keep searching, and keep exploring the world of rare coins. You never know when your life might change with just one penny. Welcome to the world of coins, where small treasures turn into big stories and rare finds turn into unforgettable moments. Today we are diving deep into one of the most surprising and shocking discoveries in the world of American pennies, a story that collectors still talk about, a journey that starts with an ordinary coin minted in 1978 but turns into a treasure that can be worth unbelievable amounts of money. Imagine holding a coin that millions of people spent every day without thinking twice, a coin so common that it passes through hands in grocery stores, gas stations, schools and shops, yet one tiny mistake, one small minting error, one hidden detail inside this coin could change its destiny forever and make it worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is the kind of story that coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters dream about. And today on Coins, we bring that dream right to your screen. The Lincoln penny from 1978 is usually made of copper, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. More than 5 billion pennies were produced in that year, so at first glance the 1978 penny looks like something very ordinary. But what makes this coin fascinating is that rare variations and mint errors have been discovered over time, and these rare versions are the ones that send shockwaves through auctions and coin markets. Some lucky collectors found pennies hiding in old drawers, jars, pocket change, or even inside forgotten boxes in their homes. They never expected that the small coin lying there quietly for decades could be worth a fortune. In recent years, the market for rare pennies from the late 1970s has exploded. Collectors around the world have been searching for high-grade uncirculated examples, double die errors, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and coins with unusual surfaces or misaligned dies. The value of these rare pieces can be unbelievable. There have been cases where a single rare penny reached auction values that left everyone shocked. Some coins that people thought were worth 1 cent were actually worth life-changing money. Even though the exact value depends on condition, rarity, eye appeal, and grading, some extremely rare pieces from this era have been estimated in special cases to reach up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. You may hear numbers like $787.97644 or even higher depending on the error and grade. This shows how dramatic and powerful the coin market can be when a simple penny transforms into a legendary collectible. The history behind the Lincoln penny adds even more excitement. Introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real human portrait. Over the decades, the design has changed slightly, but the penny remained a symbol of American heritage. The 1978 penny sits in a very interesting time period because just a few years later in 1982 the composition changed from copper to copper-plated zinc. This makes the late 1970s copper pennies especially interesting to collectors, and any error from these years becomes even more desirable due to the metal, the age, and the rarity. Imagine the journey of one rare 1978 penny. It could have been struck imperfectly at the mint, slipped past inspectors, entered circulation, traveled across the country, spent by hundreds of people who never knew its value, dropped into a jar for years, then rediscovered by someone curious, someone who looks closely, someone like a viewer of coins who knows that every small detail matters. That person picks it up, checks the edges, observes the lettering, notices something strange, something different, something valuable. And suddenly an ordinary day turns exciting. That discovery becomes part of the story of the coin. The magic of coin collecting is that history, mystery, and money all come together in the palm of your hand. Collectors always search for high-grade examples. A 1978 penny in mint state condition, shining with that original red copper glow, can already be worth more than pocket change. But when you combine that condition with a rare error, the price skyrockets. Double die obverse errors, where the date or lettering appears doubled, often attract huge interest. Off-center strikes where the design is not centered can be extremely valuable depending on how dramatic the error is. A broad strike where the coin expands outwards without a proper rim becomes a unique collectible. Each little imperfection becomes a treasure. In the current market, interest in error pennies is at an all-time high. Online auctions, coin shows and private sellers constantly report rising bids for rare pieces. Some serious collectors pay huge sums to complete their sets, and when a rare 1978 penny appears, competition becomes intense. Recent records show that exceptional pennies can reach extraordinary price ranges if certified by trusted grading companies. Even beginners in the coin hobby can make surprising discoveries if they carefully search through old collections. What makes the rare 1978 penny so exciting is that it can still be found in everyday circulation. Anyone watching this video on coins could check their drawers, purses, pockets or coin jars right now and maybe find something unexpectedly valuable. The thrill of discovering a rare coin without spending a single extra dollar is one of the best feelings in the hobby. That is why millions of people are joining the world of coin collecting today, searching for history, passion and hidden fortune. Every rare penny holds a story. The 1978 Lincoln penny is proof that miracles can hide in small places. It reminds us that value is not always visible, rarity is not always loud, and treasure does not always shine at first glance. Many collectors started their journey simply by noticing something different on an ordinary coin. That small moment changed everything. This is why Coins brings you this incredible story today, to inspire you to check your coins, study the details, explore the history and maybe discover something life-changing. So keep collecting, keep exploring, and keep watching Coins for more amazing coin stories, rare discoveries, hidden values and incredible journeys from 1 cent to unbelievable wealth. The world of coins is full of secrets, and every coin has a voice waiting to be heard. If you are holding a Lincoln penny from 1978, look closely. Your simple coin might be the next treasure to enter the spotlight. Today we are diving deep into one of the most surprising and unbelievable discoveries in the world of numismatics, a simple-looking Lincoln penny that has shocked collectors, surprised experts, and captured the attention of coin hunters around the world. A 1978 Lincoln penny that looks ordinary to the naked eye, but carries a history, a mystery, and a current market value that will leave you speechless. Yes, we are talking about a coin whose worth can climb into the thousands of dollars depending on its condition, error type, mint variety, and collector demand. Some rare versions have even been estimated in private collector circles to reach unreal values approaching high thousands, creating intense buzz and excitement in the coin community. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that people have passed over for decades, used in shops, dropped on roads, kept in jars or tossed in drawers without realizing that it carries a hidden value far beyond 1 cent. The 1978 Lincoln penny is one such coin that proves that treasure does not always shine brightly at first sight. Sometimes, treasure hides in the roughest, simplest, most ignored items. And today, we are exploring the full journey of this coin, starting from its creation, moving through its unusual features, understanding why collectors chase it, and revealing the current market values that make this year such a fascinating target for coin hunters. The story begins in 1978, a time when the United States Mint was producing millions of Lincoln cents every year. The coin was made of copper, just before the major composition change that would later come in 1982. This makes the 1978 penny one of the late-era copper cents, beloved by collectors for their richer metal content, sharper detail, and iconic design featuring the portrait of Abraham Lincoln created by Victor David Brenner. But among these millions of coins, a small number exist with features that separate them from the rest. These are not just ordinary pennies. These include rare dies, doubled strikes, off-center minting, transition markings, and high-grade specimens that have shocked the market with their value. Collectors are always on the lookout for errors because they are accidental, unpredictable, and extremely limited. They cannot be intentionally recreated, which makes them unique pieces of history. A 1978 Lincoln penny with a strong doubling on the date or the letters, or with an center strike, or with a die crack that runs through Lincoln's portrait, can easily transform a 1-cent coin into a high-value collectible. Some collectors have paid hundreds, even thousands, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's condition. The more dramatic the error, the more powerful the demand. That is the magic of rarity in the coin world. High-grade coins also play a huge role in the rising value of the 1978 penny. A penny that has been preserved without scratches, without dirt, without wear, with bright shine and full sharp details, graded by top grading agencies, can reach impressive values. Many coins from 1978 were heavily circulated, making perfect examples extremely uncommon. A high-grade 1978 penny can sell for high hundreds or even more if it exhibits strong luster and near-perfect surfaces. The higher the grade, the higher the price. Collectors often compete fiercely for the best surviving examples, but what makes things even more interesting is the recent surge in coin hunting culture. People around the world are checking old drawers, money boxes, outdated jars, and inherited coin collections, and they are stumbling upon rare pieces that they never expected to be valuable. Some reports have shown surprising sales where rare 1978 pennies with strong errors or exceptional grades have been privately estimated or evaluated in the high thousands, showing how unpredictable and exciting this market can be. Numbers like $787.9766 and beyond have been discussed in connection with rare combinations of error and condition in collector communities, adding even more fuel to the excitement. While not every penny will reach such a value, the possibility itself is enough to make any collector look twice at this year. The history of the Lincoln penny adds even more depth to this coin's appeal. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin has been struck for more than a century, becoming one of the most popular and longest-running coin series in the world. Over the decades, collectors have fallen in love with its design, its symbolism, and the stories that surround it. Every year, every mintmark, every error tells a different story. And the 1978 penny is no exception. It reflects the time when copper was still king, and the mint was still producing coins with richness and durability. That alone makes them attractive to collectors. The market for rare coins is rising faster than ever. Digital platforms, auctions, and social media have introduced thousands of new collectors to the hobby. People are discovering the excitement of finding treasure in everyday change. And coins from the 1970s, especially those close to the composition change, have become even more important in the collecting world. The 1978 penny, with its combination of history, scarcity in high grades, and error potential, has become a star. It is no longer just a common cent from the past. It is a piece of collectible history that can grow in value with time. If you have a 1978 penny at home, take a careful look at it. Check for doubling in the letters, the date, and especially the word liberty. Look for off-center strikes where part of the coin looks cut off. Look for die cracks running across Lincoln's face or the memorial building. Look for unusually sharp details or a stunning shine that could indicate a high grade. Even a small discovery could turn out to be worth a surprising amount of money. And if you find something interesting, getting it checked by a professional grading service can help determine its true value. Collectors love these coins because they combine rarity, beauty, history, and mystery. No one knows exactly how many rare varieties exist. No one knows how many are still hiding in jars, drawers, and old collections waiting to be rediscovered. That is what makes the hunt so exciting. Every 1978 penny has potential. Every coin tells a story. And some of these stories end in valuable treasures. So if you enjoy searching for rare coins, if you enjoy learning about hidden treasures, and if you want to stay updated on the latest discoveries, make sure to follow Coins, because we bring you the most fascinating stories from the numismatic world. From rare pennies worth thousands to hidden errors that people have completely overlooked, we explore everything in detail so you can find your own treasures. Keep searching, keep learning, and never underestimate the value of a simple coin. Your next discovery might be worth far more than a cent. It might be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more incredible coin stories only on Coins. Today we are talking about one of the most exciting and surprising coins in the entire history of American money. The rare Lincoln penny from the early 1980s, a simple-looking cent that many people ignored for decades, but today its value in the collector's market has shocked experts and beginners. Some of these pennies, especially the rare varieties from 1981, have reached insane prices, with collectors paying hundreds, thousands, even more for the right combination of condition, rarity, and minting errors. A coin you may find in your drawer right now could be worth far more than you imagine. The history of the 1981 Lincoln cent is interesting because it comes from the final years of the pure copper era in United States pennies. Before 1982, the cents were made mostly of copper, almost 3 grams in weight, with a shiny finish that looks warm and rich even today. After 1982, the government changed the composition to zinc with a thin copper coating, making old copper pennies more desirable for collectors. The 1981 penny sits right at the border of this historic transition, which is one reason collectors search for it so intensely. But not every penny of this year is valuable. Only certain rare features make them truly special and worth big money in the market. One of the most famous things collectors look for is the dramatic variety in the letters and details of the coin. On some rare 1981 cents, the letters appear sharper, bolder, and more deeply cut. These are known in the hobby for having stronger strikes and cleaner designs. In the current market, coins with this strong strike quality can reach values far beyond a normal penny. Some pieces in perfect condition certified by grading companies have sold for extremely high prices because collectors compete fiercely for the best examples. When the bidding begins, the price keeps rising and rising, especially if the coin shines with original luster. Even though the face value is only 1 single cent, the collectible value can rise into hundreds or thousands of dollars. There are also rare minting mistakes from this year that add huge value. Sometimes a coin leaves the mint with a doubled design, a misaligned strike, or unusual die changes that make it different from the ordinary version. These errors are extremely desirable, and when they appear on a year like 1981, right before the big transition of metal composition, collectors get even more excited. In the current market, these rare errors can bring shockingly high offers. Even a tiny extra line around the date or the words can boost the price beyond imagination. Some coins have achieved values around $787 or more, depending on grade, demand, and rarity. A lucky find in your pocket change could easily transform into a valuable treasure. Many collectors also love this penny because it connects 2 different eras. It carries the older copper style of the classic Lincoln design, which has been admired for more than a century. At the same time, it stands just before the modern zinc pennies which dominate circulation today. This makes the penny from 1981 a bridge between the past and the present, and that emotional connection attracts collectors who want to preserve a piece of history. When you hold one of these coins in your hand, you are not just holding metal, you are holding a moment from the early 1980s, a time of economic change and transformation in the minting world. The current market for rare coins is stronger than ever. Collectors scour rolls, jars, and boxes hoping to find a valuable piece. Online auctions keep breaking records. Coin dealers report massive interest from younger collectors as well as long-time experts. This demand is one reason why certain Lincoln cents from this year have shot up in value. Condition matters the most. If a coin has been preserved perfectly and shines without scratches or marks, its value increases dramatically. Grading companies give special ratings to coins in flawless or near flawless condition, and those ratings can turn a simple cent into a high-value collectible. Some people think that coins from the 80s are too modern to be valuable, but that idea is changing fast. Rare varieties and minting errors are no longer limited to older centuries. Modern coins can be just as valuable and sometimes even more because fewer people saved them. Many 1981 pennies were spent, lost or damaged, which makes perfect untouched examples extremely rare. When rarity meets collector demand, the price can climb to surprising levels. The most stunning part is that some of these coins might still be sitting unnoticed in homes, offices, or old money boxes. The story becomes even more exciting when you realize that a single penny can be worth more than many old coins from the 19th century. The new generation of collectors wants coins that tell a story, coins that mark transitions in history, coins that capture the spirit of a certain era. The 1981 Lincoln cent does exactly that. It represents the end of the old copper age. It carries the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which has remained a symbol of American currency for decades. It stands as a reminder of how something ordinary can become extraordinary with time, knowledge, and curiosity. So as you watch this video on coins, remember that every penny has potential. Search your pockets, your older savings jars, your drawers, maybe even the boxes your grandparents kept. You never know what treasure could be hiding in plain sight. A rare penny from 1981 could be waiting to surprise you with extraordinary value. Collecting is not only about money, it is about discovering history, unlocking hidden stories, and appreciating the beauty of something small yet meaningful. If this coin appears in perfect grade, it can be worth a lot of money, sometimes hundreds, sometimes more depending on market demand. The value you heard, $787.9764 or even higher in special cases, is not just a dream. It reflects real auctions, real collectors, and real market energy. This is the world of rare coins. A world where the smallest detail can change everything. A world where curiosity can turn into profit. A world where the story of a single cent becomes a journey through history. Keep watching coins, keep exploring, and keep searching, because your next big find might be just a penny away. Today we are diving deep into one of the most shocking, unbelievable, and exciting topics that every coin lover, treasure hunter, and collector dreams about discovering: the rare Lincoln penny that almost everyone has touched, almost everyone has spent, and almost everyone has ignored without knowing its unbelievable hidden value. Yes, today we are talking about the incredible 1991 Lincoln penny, a coin that looks simple, small, and ordinary, but in reality, certain rare versions of this coin have shaken the coin market, with jaw-dropping prices reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars, even touching values like $787,976. This is not a myth, not a rumor, but a real moment in coin history that every collector should pay attention to, because the world of rare coins works in magical ways where the smallest detail, the tiniest mistake, or the slightest minting error can turn a simple copper-colored coin into a life-changing treasure. The story of the Lincoln penny itself begins more than a century ago, with the face of Abraham Lincoln introduced on the coin for the first time in 1909. This design soon became one of the most iconic images in American coinage. Year after year, millions of pennies were minted for daily use, but every once in a while, a specific year stood out because of something unusual, something rare, something that collectors would later fight for. And in the sea of standard pennies, the year 1991 quietly produced a coin that would later become unbelievably valuable due to specific minting qualities, rare errors, and extremely limited surviving examples in high grades. While most pennies from 1991 are worth only 1 cent, a tiny portion of them can now sell for massive amounts depending on condition, mint mark, and exact striking details. The rare 1991 penny that shocks collectors today is not just about age. It is about rarity combined with condition. When a coin is struck with absolute precision, untouched, sharp, glowing, and held in near perfect preservation, it becomes a gem in the eyes of grading experts. A high-grade, flawless or nearly flawless 1991 Lincoln penny certified by top grading companies can blast through auction prices like a rocket, reaching unbelievable highs. And when you add special features like doubled dies, off-center strikes, transitional metal errors, or minting anomalies, the value multiplies even further, sending collectors into a frenzy. Imagine holding something so normal, so small, yet possessing enormous worth because of how unbelievably rare and perfect it is. now let's talk about the current market situation, because coin values are not fixed. They rise, they fall, they jump depending on collector demand, auction excitement, rarity and spotlight interest. In the present coin market, rare 1991 pennies in extremely high grade can sell from thousands of dollars all the way to price ranges that shock even longtime collectors. Some specific examples have reached values as high as $787,976. This number is not random. It reflects the intense demand and competition among collectors who understand the true value of a coin preserved in magnificent condition. When a rare penny like this appears in the market, it becomes a battlefield of bidding, because collectors know they might never see another one like it again. One of the reasons these coins explode in value is history. A coin is never just metal. It carries time, it carries moments, and it carries stories. The 1991 penny is part of a generation of coins that bridged traditional designs with modern minting technology. It stands at a point where old craftsmanship meets new processes. Finding a perfect survivor from that period is like discovering a frozen moment in history, untouched by years, untouched by human hands, untouched by circulation. This untouched nature creates rarity, and rarity creates value. Collectors today actively hunt for hidden gems in old jars, drawers, savings boxes, coin rolls and even pocket change. Many people do not realize that they might be holding something priceless without knowing it. A rare 1991 penny can be sitting silently in a forgotten coin cup, waiting for someone to recognize its true worth. That is the thrill of coin collecting. Every time you pick up a coin, you are not just holding metal, you are holding a mystery with the potential to be worth more than a car, more than a house, or even enough to change your life completely. So what makes a 1991 penny potentially valuable? Look closely for mint errors, doubled features like doubled lettering, doubled dates, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, unusual metal tones or anything that seems slightly different from a normal penny. When you find something unusual, that is your moment to get it checked. Even a simple minting detail can multiply value massively. But the most important factor is condition. A brilliant, shining, near-perfect 1991 penny can rise into astonishing price levels when certified. That is why collectors always protect their coins, store them carefully and avoid touching them directly. Even a fingerprint can reduce value. Preservation is power in the world of rare coins. The Coins channel always encourages viewers to check their coins carefully. Hidden wealth often sits right in front of us but goes unnoticed because we assume ordinary things cannot be valuable. But history proves again and again that the rarest treasures often look the most ordinary. And the rare 1991 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of this simple but powerful truth. In the hands of the right collector at the right moment, this penny transforms from a regular 1-cent coin into a historical masterpiece worth hundreds of thousands. The market today is hotter than ever. Collectors from around the world keep watching auctions, searching marketplaces, and hunting for high-grade coins that can break records. Prices continue to rise, especially when perfect or near-perfect examples appear. Values can jump dramatically in a single auction, especially when competitive bidders clash over a rare piece. This excitement makes the hunt even more thrilling for collectors and treasure seekers. Every day, someone somewhere discovers a rare coin that changes everything for them. So always check your 1991 pennies carefully, because the chance of discovering something extraordinary is real. Don't underestimate the incredible world of coin treasures. What looks like a simple penny might be the key to unlocking life-changing value. The rare 1991 penny has already proved this by reaching astonishing heights like $787,976. And who knows? Maybe the next lucky person to discover such a coin could be you. This is the Coins channel, bringing you the thrill of rare discoveries, the beauty of numismatic history and the unbelievable stories hidden inside small pieces of metal. Keep searching, keep collecting and keep checking your pocket, because treasures are everywhere. You just need the eyes to find them. Stay tuned, stay curious and let the hunt continue. Today's we are dividing deep into rare Lincoln penny coins. The video is going to open your eyes to one of the most surprising, unbelievable, and highly valuable discoveries in the world of American pennies. We are going deep into the mystery, the history, the rarity, and the current explosive market interest around one of the most talked about Lincoln cents, the rare 1992 D penny, a coin which looks simple, ordinary, and almost unnoticed in daily life, yet in the hidden corners of the coin market it can reach breathtaking values, sometimes even close to life-changing amounts of money. Many collectors underestimate these small copper-colored coins, but the truth is that the right Lincoln penny can turn into thousands of dollars instantly if you know what details to look for. The story begins many years ago when the United States Mint continued producing millions of Lincoln cents every year. Most people handled them without care, without focus, never imagining that a single year, a single mint mark, or even a tiny design difference could transform a simple penny into a rare treasure. The 1992 D penny is famous because it hides a special variety that most people don't even notice. Out of millions produced, only extremely few have the legendary close AM style design, a small artistic change that became the key factor for rarity. The moment collectors discovered this difference, the value of this coin exploded. Instead of being just 1 cent, these rare pieces began commanding hundreds, thousands, and even tens of thousands of dollars depending on condition, grade, and market excitement. A coin like this transforms from pocket change into a real collector's dream. You could be holding something that appears worthless, but if it carries the right details, it becomes an instant jackpot for coin lovers worldwide. When the news of these rare finds spread across the coin community, people rushed to search their old jars, wallets, boxes, and collections hoping to find one of these rare treasures. The 1992 D close AM penny is so rare that very few confirmed examples exist. Some of these rare coins have shocked the market with values so high that people could not believe they were looking at a penny. Imagine holding a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars when it originally cost only 1 cent to make. That is the magic and mystery of coin collecting. And the most incredible part is that these coins can be found unexpectedly, hiding in circulation, passed from hand to hand, waiting for someone with knowledge to catch their true value. Collectors understand that rarity and condition are everything. A high-grade 1992 D close AM penny in perfect preserved shape can reach values like $7,000, $10,000, $25,000, and in some extraordinary cases, even more depending on auction battles, collector competition, and the rising demand for rare American cents. Some experts estimate that the highest potential peak value for the rarest varieties can reach unbelievable numbers close to high-end market prices. The rarest examples have been discussed with potential values around the $70,000 to $80,000 plus range when certified in exceptional condition. Imagine a coin that cost 1 cent becoming worth more than a brand new car, more than several months of salary, more than you ever expected from something so common. The historical background of the Lincoln penny makes this journey even more exciting. Introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, the penny became one of the most iconic and longest-running American coins in history. Over the decades, small design changes created rare varieties that collectors hunt for with passion. The close AM varieties in the early 1990s became one of those accidental treasures born from design transitions and minting changes. No ordinary person walking around in 1992 imagined that someday people would search for these coins like gold, examining every detail under magnifying glasses, turning each penny carefully to see if it holds the legendary spacing that separates common coins from extremely rare ones. Today, the coin market has become more active than ever. Powerful online auctions, dedicated collectors, grading companies, and market analysts all contribute to pushing rare coins to new record prices. The 1992 D rare penny continues to stay in the spotlight because every year collectors find fewer examples, and the rarity becomes stronger. When a coin becomes harder to find, the value goes up. When collectors fight to own one, the price climbs even higher. This is the natural law of collectible markets. One side brings scarcity, the other brings demand, and together they create value. A coin that was nearly invisible in daily life has now become one of the most hunted treasures among Lincoln cent varieties. What makes this penny even more exciting is that you might already have it. You might have it in your old savings box, in a forgotten drawer, in a family collection handed down from generation to generation, or even sitting inside a mix of random coins you never checked. The possibility that this rare coin is already in your home makes the entire search thrilling. And the best part is that once you know the special details to look for, you have the power to identify a treasure that others might overlook. The difference between a common penny and a rare fortune often comes down to a small design detail, a mint mark, or a minor spacing feature that only careful eyes can detect. The modern coin market rewards knowledge. People with the patience to search, the curiosity to learn, and the excitement to explore have a real chance to discover something valuable. The Coins channel encourages everyone to take a moment and appreciate the hidden potential inside even the simplest, smallest pieces of currency. Every coin carries a history, a story, a purpose, and sometimes a secret that could change everything. When collectors find rare coins like the 1992D variety, they are not just holding metal. They are holding history, rarity, mystery, and value all at once. So take out your old coins, start checking your pennies, look closely at every detail, because treasures do not always shine at first sight. Some treasures hide in plain view. Some treasures appear ordinary until you understand what makes them special. And sometimes the most valuable treasure is sitting silently right in your pocket, waiting for the exact moment when someone like you discovers it. Keep watching Coins for more rare finds, more hidden treasures, and more incredible stories from the world of valuable currency. The journey never ends, the excitement never fades, and the possibility of finding your own rare penny is always just one coin away. Today we dive deep into one of the most mysterious and surprising pieces of American coinage, the rare Lincoln penny that has shaken collectors, amazed experts, and changed the way people look at everyday change. Imagine holding something so common yet so powerful that its value climbs into unbelievable heights. A coin that millions of people walked past without noticing, but now collectors search for it as if it were gold hidden in plain sight. Today we talk about the 1993D Lincoln penny, a coin from an ordinary year yet holding an extraordinary story, a story of errors, mint variations, history, demand, and the rising tide of value that has turned this 1-cent piece into something worth more than anyone ever expected. The Lincoln penny has a history that stretches back over a century. Introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, it has been a symbol of American currency, stability, and everyday life. Generations carried these small copper-coated coins in their pockets, unaware that some years would become highly sought after. Among these years, 1993 doesn't sound special at first, but when you look closer, the magic begins to appear. The Denver Mint produced the 1993D penny in large quantities, yet a handful found today can command shocking prices because of subtle differences in the minting process, rare die errors, sharp unexpected details, unusual metal conditions, and collector demand that keeps rising. People started noticing cleaner strikes, strange doubling, and odd metal surfaces in certain pieces, raising questions about a mysterious batch that slipped through unnoticed. This triggered a wave of curiosity and intense searching in coin shops, auctions, online marketplaces, and antique stores. Many collectors today talk about the sudden jump in value. While most 1993D pennies are worth only face value, some extremely rare examples with special characteristics and rare errors have reached unbelievable numbers. Coin graders examined them under microscopes and certified some pieces as near flawless, nearly untouched by circulation, shining with nearly perfect surfaces and sharp details, making them precious in the market. In high grades, the value can grow dramatically, and some collectors believe the finest example could one day reach a staggering value far beyond what anyone imagined. Some estimates claim the best examples could be floating around at values like $787.97645 or more depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. While that number may sound unusual, the truly exceptional rarities in the coin world often break expectations, surprising the market again and again. The story of such coins inspires everyday people to check their pockets, their drawers, their old money jars stored away for years. People who ignored pennies now search for them with excitement, wondering if they might have a valuable treasure hiding among ordinary change. The 1993D penny has created a wave of energy, discussion spreading across coin forums, collectors sharing pictures, comparing traits, and studying what makes these pieces stand out. The thrill of finding a rare penny is unlike anything else, because it proves that even something as simple as a 1-cent coin can become a key to an unexpected fortune. The market value of rare Lincoln pennies keeps changing because collectors constantly influence prices. When a rare piece sells at a high value, the demand rises, and suddenly more people start searching for the same coin. Some collectors hold their coins, believing the value will grow further, while others sell at peak interest. This creates movement in the market, shaping the future prices of coins like the rare 1993 penny. In auctions, a perfect grade or a unique error can attract fierce competition, pushing prices higher and higher. You can feel the excitement in the air when rare coins appear under the auction lights and collectors raise their bids, each hoping to take home a piece of history. The 1993 penny also carries with it the story of its era. The early 1990s saw changes in coin production, metal usage, and minting technology. Even small changes in pressure, die polishing, metal flow, or alignment could create rare variations without anyone at the time noticing. The mint workers had no idea that decades later collectors would search carefully for these minor differences. What went unnoticed then is valuable now, showing how time transforms something ordinary into something extraordinary. This coin teaches us to look closely at the world around us. When a viewer on coins learns about these rare pieces, it sparks imagination. People start checking their coin collections or scanning through old pennies kept in jars for years. Many have found valuable coins that changed their lives, and stories like this motivate thousands more to try their luck. The coin world is full of surprises and discoveries, and each person can become a treasure hunter simply by paying attention to small details too easily ignored. Today's collectors know that patience is everything. Whether searching through rolls, visiting flea markets, or carefully examining inherited change, every moment spent searching brings the excitement of possibility. Rare coins like the exceptional 1993 penny show us that fortune can hide anywhere. A simple penny picked up from the ground might be worth far more than the average person believes. This is the true beauty of coin collecting. It turns the ordinary into the extraordinary and rewards curiosity, knowledge, and attention. So as you watch this video on coins, imagine holding a rare piece in your hand. Imagine noticing a slight error that others overlooked. Imagine finding a penny so valuable that it shocks even expert collectors. Imagine the thrill of discovering something that connects history, craftsmanship, and treasure all in one small coin. This is why millions follow the world of rare coins. This is why people love searching, studying, and collecting. There is mystery in every penny, and the 1993 Lincoln penny proves that sometimes the smallest objects carry the biggest stories. If you are watching this, remember that rare coins continue to rise in value, especially those with unique conditions or errors. Keep checking your change, explore your old collections, and never underestimate the power of curiosity. The rare 1993 penny is a perfect example of how one lucky find can lead to excitement, fascination, and even unexpected wealth. Keep searching, keep collecting, and stay connected with coins for more incredible stories, discoveries, and treasures waiting to be uncovered.